Hi everyone, it's Nancy here and I'm back with process video number 51. Here I am just putting out some supplies. A lot of these bits were on my desk, so I wanted to use them up. I'm just cutting down these two photos from 4x6, and one of them is a photo collage made on an iPhone, and the other one's just an Instagram or a square photo. So I'm just mounting those two together on a piece of this pink cardstock, and that is from the February Scraptastic kit. I think my blade's getting a little bit blunt in my trimmer again, because it's having problems cutting some of the cardstock. So I'm just looking at different bits of paper that I've got on my desk. I'm still trying to use this Dear Lizzy paper pad up. I think I'm probably only going to get about another couple of layers of this, and then the rest I'm just going to put in the box that I take to my local co-op just to sell, so I'll just put it in there for like 10p a sheet, so that will get rid of it and I won't feel so guilty then. I had these two scraps on my desk, so I decided that I want to try and use those as well, and I'm just working on where I'm going to put my clusters. I decided that I do want to use that camera piece, and I will end up fussy cutting that out. I had these bits of doily on my desk from my previous layout, that when I was trying out lots of different colour doilies. So I'm just looking at which ones I can get to work, but decide that a yellow one is going to be best to work with this pattern paper. So I'm just working on my clusters. Decide I'm going to use this yellow polka dot paper as well. And so here I'm just kind of getting out the basic bits from my layout, all the main elements sorted, before I start putting anything else together. I was considering mounting this background paper, but decide just to keep it as it is, because even though it is quite busy, the floral on it is not too big, so I'm just going to keep that as it is. So I'm just fussy cutting out this camera, which, as I say, is not the most exciting thing, but as I only had one thing to fussy cut out, I just left that in the video. I did consider leaving it as a block and adding it as a layer, but I thought I'd get better use of it that way. Okay, so I'm now going to add some texture using my stamps. This is the DIY shop brayer, and this is the small heart design. So I'm just adding these in my Tide Pool ink, and that's one of the shadow inks. And then just going from my other inks here, and this is a grey one, and I'm just using the small doily runner here just to add some more texture to the page. And this I'm just doing in sort of random places on the page. I'm not too concerned if it looks like a doily or not. I'm also going to add some mist to my background. And as you'll be aware by now, this is my normal process of kind of having a basic idea of how the layers will go, and then working on my background texture. So I've just added some of my white and my gold glimmer, and I think I'm also going to add some of the sea foam as well. And again, that doesn't really show up on the camera too well, but I'm just going to put it up there so you could see it. That was a little bit quick though. I haven't got my heat gun plugged in, so I'm just using another piece of paper there to blot it. So I'm just taking my ACG gun here and just putting glue on all of the main elements and just sticking on my craft desk and around. and then just working out where everything's going to go. I stick things down and still have to end up pulling them off. I'm pretty sure that I want to sort of butt my photo right up to the side. I'm just going to trim that off so I know where to start placing my layers. I do decide just to get this brayer out again, just to add some texture over these base sort of foundation layers. And then just spritzing some gold over as well. And again, I'm just blotting that with a piece of cardstock. That's a piece of Studio Calico pattern paper that I really don't like, so I thought I'd use it as a sort of scratch bit piece of paper. Here I am just sticking those different layers down, trying to get them to work. The photo cluster was actually sent to me by my bestie who I'm in the picture with, and it says mutual weirdness, you plus me equals forever friends, and so I don't want to cover that up. I want to kind of almost use it as a bit of a subtitle. I decided to just make a small cluster here at the bottom, just to kind of go with how that will look. I'm now going through my die cut box, just pulling out anything here that I feel may work. So I've got these transparencies and bits in as well. This die cut box is getting very full, so I do need to find somewhere else to store my die cuts. But I do like you know, the action of kind of going through everything, because you pull stuff out as you're going through. So just looking through the remnants of this, as I said, there's got quite a lot in here now, so it's getting a little bit difficult to see all the little bits that keep falling to the bottom. Excuse me. So just looking if there's any other tiny little bits that I can use. And again, some of those bits you'll see are bits that I've recently used on bits of paper. I do pull out one of those pendants that I find really difficult to use, and one does actually get on this layout. It's quite exciting. Excuse me, just yawning there. It is about midnight here, so that is probably why I'm yawning, but I'd just uploaded some videos and really wanted to get the narration done. So here I am just looking at the different layers that I've got and pieces that I can use. I'm using up the last of these Dear Lizzy Polaroid frames as well. That is a border strip piece there which has the days of the week on. And I wanted to leave that little bit of that Amy Tangerine paper with sort of the arrow pointing to the heart. I wanted that to kind of be under the photo. So I've now got 3 of those Polaroid frames clustered in the bottom. And before I change my mind, I'm just sticking that pendant down. Still don't love it, but you know, I've actually used one on a layout, so that's good. So I'm just lifting the pieces up here and using my wet glue to stick them down. I do need to refill that bottle because it's getting a little bit empty. And again, like I said, I'm just trying to leave it so you can see the title on that photo there. I was looking at using that silhouette cut, but decided not to, and cut apart another Polaroid frame. I don't want the tree trunk bit to shine, I just want it to show as a Polaroid frame. So I'm going to tuck that behind those top layers. I'm leaving that gap there below the photo because that's where I'm going to put my title. I'm just going to pop that camera up on some 3D foam. Now I'm going to my smaller embellishments, and these are the wood veneers from the February Scraptastic kit. And as I've said before, I do buy the extras. In this kit we got some thick wood veneers and some of the thin wood veneers in these kind of heart cluster. And they're in different sizes as well. So I'm just working out where I'm going to put those, and I'm going to overlap one of those over the edge. So I'm just adding those to my clusters. I'm just adding one to that little awkward space there. I said, even though a little bit of the that top of that camera die cut does go over the wording, you can still read it fine. Here I am taking out my gold colour shine. I'm just using a paintbrush to paint that on top of these wood veneers. That not only helps them blend in, but I like the kind of fact you can still see the wood grain through as well. So I'm really happy with how that's come out, and I do just give them sort of a couple of coats. Again, I think I probably could have sped this video up a little bit quicker. This layout took me just over an hour. So, which is, was not too bad. I think I'm now off looking for my thickers, or looking at my thickers. To start with, I pulled out these grey ones, but didn't actually have all of the right combination of letters, even though you'll see me trying to stick them down. Excuse me. It just didn't look right with this layout. I'm not really sure what I thought about going with these grey ones. But I go as far as starting to stick them down on the layout as well. The title of this layout will be Wifey Wednesday, which is what I call a night out with my bestie, because I steal her from her husband for the night, well, for the evening, and we normally go out for a meal. I wander around like the supermarkets and just a bit of a gossip and a chat, really. And it's become known as Wifey Wednesday. So I just wanted to document that, and the little pictures are from like a little vlog that we made going around the supermarket being silly one evening. So I'm just looking at how I'm going to layer these words up there. Because I've got some like ascending and descending letters, I need to try and get the gaps right for them all to fit in together. And because some of those stickers are a little bit older than others, I am just using a little bit of wet glue to stick them down. I really like that yellow font. I believe it's called Nicky Ricky. But as you saw when I was getting them out of the pack, they're awful. They've all fallen off the backing, and they've gone everywhere, so it's not great. So I just used those smaller Dear Lizzy ones for the Wednesday. I didn't have A, so I had to cut down another letter. As you can see there, that they're all falling down the bottom of the packet. I'm actually just taking some of the punctuation to use instead of enamel dots. And I'm also doing that from the Dear Lizzy kit as well. I quite often do that, just use them as a enamel dot replacement. And then I'm just using some of my glittery enamel dots as well. So that is this layout done. Oh no, I'm just going to add a couple of enamel dots to that camera there in the middle. So thank you very much for watching. There will be some close-ups at the end. And I will see you again soon. Cheers, bye!